I don't know.
Okay.
As far as I know, when I was growing up, I can't remember anything that was so terrible. There were people who were that way, but there's people like that now. You live across the street and you're just dirty mean to your kids. Across the street, they're good. It's the same thing right now.
All right, like as a mother in this world, I feel like...
Well, the mothers did not work.
Yeah.
They were home.
I mean, I feel like as a mother, I work part-time, have 3 kids, that I'm constantly going, moving, doing. Do you think moms back then were the same way?
It wasn't there to do.
And
It
they
wasn't
weren't.
that much.
You didn't have all the activities to do.
No, we did not.
So do you think it's better for the kids to have less activities in the families?
I think you've got to take that according to where you are, how you're, I don't want to say, well, I mean what you're used to. I mean, you were used to having something all the time. It was, and I don't think that, I think it was like it is now. Everybody wants what everybody else has got.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have a different way of going at it to get it.
Yeah. And it's not always good, is it?
Yeah. Well, that is one thing I can't tell you.
No.
When you get to be a certain age, you can't get out and go. You hear it in the newspaper. This one, oh my, that's a nice article.
Mm-hmm.
You read this article, oh, it must be terrible. So it's what you have in your own mind. At my age, you can't pay much attention to it because we've got to the stage where it's not hard for us to read. It isn't me anyway. I can sit down and read as long as my eyes will provide me, but I have gone to being a little bit more cautious and not reading 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Wow.
Wow. Do you hear that?
Well, that's what's fun, isn't it?
She loves to read.
I did too. We had a tamarack tree in our front yard and it had a long limb that went out like that on it. And I could climb a tree just as, so we used to go out and we'd grab a hold of that pine bough and then you'd move your feet a little bit till you could get your leg up, and then you get your leg up on that, and the top of the tree had been taken out years before because it was getting too tall and it would break off. And I could sit up there and read all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course, my brothers would be down below sometimes pestering.
Tyler, you wouldn't do
Do
that.
brothers do that?
No, not ever.
No, I don't think they do either.
Okay, what was
In
that
fact,
question
I
again?
look back now and think, I don't know as I blame them.
Yeah.
No,
Just something to do.
they wanted to get up in the middle of that tree as well as their sister did.
Yeah.
And it was no place for their sister, she was a girl.
Is that right? They didn't like it that you climbed in their tree, huh?
Well, no, they didn't like it, but I think about the only thing they wanted for, they would get up there and holler across the, I can't explain it so that you understand it really, because a small town, there's a little group of stores and things, and then as soon as you're out a half a mile, nowadays, you're out of town.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many more people now, so many more, I'm going to say nationalities, and above those nationalities have appeared new nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
People are, somebody would say, well, you're wrong, but to me, people are a lot different than they were. I know they are, than when I was little.
Yeah.
Much different.
Right.
They had a little more respect for older people, I think. And of course, that had to be taught,
Right.
same as other things had. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know anyone else that old?
No, I have a couple of friends, but they passed away. The last one that was quite my age, but she's gone too. I don't, I remember going to houses that had grandmas in them, and we didn't have because my mother's people lived up by Grant, so I didn't know them. And anyway, my grandma Carpenter died early. She wasn't for me to know, but my grandma Smith lived to be what was considered an old age. I think it was 68, something like that. And she lived with us. And there was never any difficulty only teaching me to make a bed. I hate to do that. I don't like to make a bed today. I don't
No.
either.
But you taught Nancy how to make a bed, I think.
Pardon?
I think you taught Nancy how to make a bed. Or was that her mother? She's very picky. Nancy
Oh,
DeRoy.
no, they make our bed for us.
Oh, here they do? Okay.
Most of the time I get tired of waiting and seeing that bed not made, then I make it, but there'll probably come a time when I won't. And there are days now when well, I guess I don't care if it's made or not.